In this video, we're going to shorten stock music to length. It's rare for a piece of music to match the length of your video perfectly. We'll cover two techniques. One, cutting out portions in the middle of a song to shorten it, and two, creating a ring out. We'll be showing you how we source the music from Audiio, but these techniques will work with music from any platform. There's more information at the end of the video about this, but if you like what you see, you can get 70% off of your first year subscription of Audiio using the code Team2Films70. Okay, technique number one. There's two kinds of songs you might work on. The first has no discernible rhythm, but they do have a distinct ending. On Audiio, I'm going to search for music like this by adding ambient and cinematic genres to my filter, which will reveal a selection of suitable songs, like this one here. This should work just fine. I'll place a cut where the song's outro begins, and then position the ending in my timeline. I can delete the rest of the song as it's no longer needed. Adding a crossfade will disguise the edit. If the default fade is too short, add a longer fade, which will help make the edit harder to hear. Even though the song has minimal to no rhythm, care still needs to be taken when positioning the edit point. As the melody in the song progresses, it's possible there might be things like key changes. So if you are having a problem, an easy fix might be just to simply roll the edit left or right to hear what sounds best. Let's get rid of what we currently put in the timeline. This time I'm going to look in their curated playlist, Best of Summer. I'll use this track called Face, but the vocals won't suit my edit, so I'll download the instrumental version. Straight away, I can tell the intro is too long. I'll cut where the first beat lands. This song has a 4/4 time signature. That's 4 beats in a bar. Those bars are arranged into phrases. Each phrase has 4 bars. Sometimes phrases are even organized into periods. The melody patterns in those phrases and periods sounds best when allowed to play until it's complete. Choppy music in the middle of a phrase or a period will interrupt that melody before it's had chance to resolve. But when we respect that structure within our edits, the audience might never be aware of the edit's existence. You can identify the end of a phrase by the cadence of the melody. If you're having problems, try this technique. Start from the beginning of the song and tap and count along with the music. In this instance, every 4 taps is a bar, and in this song, typically around the 8th time you count to 4 is a phrase, although there are some 4-bar phrases too. So get your finger ready on the spacebar to stop the playhead dead center on the end of a phrase, and let's count. That was the end of the first phrase. Were you with me on that counting? Let's zoom in to see how we did. I'll head over to detail zoom. That's really good. As I'm trying to shorten the song, I'll move to the end and find another phrase where I can cut the song using the same technique. Instead of pressing spacebar to stop playback and then make the cut, as soon as my playhead hit the correct beat, I used Command B. That put a cut right where my playhead was located. Let's bring these two clips together and see how the edit sounds. That worked really well. We landed the cuts pretty cleanly. If you have a problem, however, with your cut, try this technique. Place the two clips in different tracks and extend one over the other. Drum beats are really easy to see in the waveform. If these two clips are in sync, their drum beats will line up. Actually, a lot of DJ software has waveform visualizations just like this. And if they're not lined up, just try nudging one of the clips left or right, and then trim the tracks down as needed before returning back to the same track. Time for technique number 2, ring outs. That's when a song ends abruptly, but with a small amount of reverb. To find a song to use for this demonstration, I'm going to take inspiration from a song by Moby. Now, I don't have the rights to use his music, but Audio's Link Match AI can help me find songs in their library with a similar style and rhythm. So I'm going to find the Moby track on YouTube, copy the link to my clipboard, and paste it into Link Match AI. It's not going to be a perfect match, because if it was a perfect match, it would be the same song. I like using this feature as a way of exploring music that would be difficult to find using the regular search features. So it's brought up my selection. I'm going to use Bigger Bounce by Wave Haven. And again, the lyrics won't suit my edit, so I'll grab the instrumental. Let's remove the last song we added. Do you know what's cool? Have you noticed that I keep dragging the track straight into my timeline? But because I have the assets bin selected, the bin which I would put my music, it's dropping it there for me. Just like editing music, a ring out won't sound right unless it's placed in the correct part of the song. They typically sound best on a strong note or drum beat in a song, but they don't always need to be placed at the end of a bar, phrase, or period, giving you greater flexibility. In fact, as music stops, ring outs are usually used for dramatic or comedic effect. The lack of resolution to a musical motif can add to their effect. Find the note you want to ring out on. Here sounds good to me. I'll place a cut. Get rid of the portion of the song we don't need anymore. It's only a few frames from the finish of my edit, so it will be easy for me to tweak the visuals as well. At the moment, this music stop is dry. There's no reverb. Reverb is an important part of the effect because it makes it sound deliberate. It gives the impression that someone was playing the song but then suddenly stopped it. We'll fix the dryness of this with the reverb effect. I can't just apply reverb to the entire clip for 2 reasons. Firstly, we'll hear the reverb throughout the entire song, which we do not want. And secondly, when a reverb is used as a clip effect, it's only audible for the duration of the clip. In other words, we won't hear any reverb after the song has finished. That's the part where we want to hear the reverb. Not what we're after. Let's delete the reverb from the clip. You'll find it in Inspector under Effects. Hit delete. The easiest way to solve this problem is to create a separate ring out audio track. If you don't already have a spare stereo track created, add a new one and name it MX Ring Out. Select the track header, and in the inspector, you can add effects to the entire track. Let's add the reverb. I'll change it from default to Cathedral. Now, anything I place in this track will have reverb, and because the reverb has been applied to the entire track, that reverb will continue even after the clips in the timeline finish. This is the key to creating a ring out. To do this, I'm going to go find that beat and add it down to this new track we've created. Let's get a taste of what it sounds like. Hey, we've got ring out. We can further refine the effect by playing with the track volume or reverb settings. Let's finish up by adding some quick fades to these clips. Before we finish, music ringouts can also be enhanced with sound effects. For example, how about the sound of a record needle being pulled? Let's go grab one from Audio's sound effects library. Pretty cool. Let's try another effect. Searching around, I found this cool sound called Space Bridge Hit. Let's add it. That also works pretty well with the ring out, and we can play around with the attenuation to get the mix right. If you're interested in using Audio's library of music and sound effects in your work, or using Link Match AI to find licensable music that better matches your references, Audiio are currently offering 70% off your first year of their Pro subscription. That means you can get an entire year's subscription to their music and sound effects library for just $60 by using our personalized link, which you can find in the description below, or by entering the coupon Team2Film70 at checkout. That's an incredible deal. And using that link or our coupon code is an excellent way of supporting the free content we make, so we thank you for that. And a big thanks to Audiio for supporting this video. And don't forget, these techniques that we showed you today will work no matter where you get your stock music, or for that matter, whichever NLE you use. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching.